Welcome to Roots and Ruminants, your podcast for creative and innovative use of farm, pasture, and rangeland. We're going back to the basics of raising and grazing livestock, growing your own forage, and practical land use.
And welcome back to another episode of Roots and Ruminants. Kind of came in a little hot there, didn't I, Jared?
Yeah.
It's because I'm so excited. This is my favorite podcast of the year.
This is the one. The last one.
This is the one where we get to.
That's your favorite one of the year?
Yeah, the last one.
Just kidding.
Last of the episodes for the year, coming with the recap of 2024 predictions and look forward to 2025 predictions. So we have a special guest joining us, Grace. Say hi, Grace.
Hi.
Producer Grace is joining us. So we're last year we did these. We've done these the last 2 years, right?
Yeah.
Go over popular predictions, things in agriculture, things in pop media, and we give our predictions. So this is fun. And supposedly Jared won last year, which I think is baloney, but producer Grace says
We'll let the
He
listeners
did.
decide.
He did win.
Okay, we'll let Grace decide. Grace decided already. That's good. Okay, so this is a chance that we're going to go through our reoccurring themes and then maybe make up some new predictions that aren't in that thematic category. And then if you're a listener and you'd like to email us for future predictions or something that we can get to next episode, just reach out to us at the Roots and Ruminants email address to let us know. Or
Roots and Ruminants podcast at gmail.com.
It's real short. It's a real short email address. Alrighty. Okay. Grace, how do you want to do this? Do you want to go through the list from the prior years and maybe kind of tell us what we predicted last year, what the actual result was, and what we're going to talk about for next year?
Yep.
Okay. The floor is yours.
So you guys predicted oat bids at Prairie Ag Partners in Lake Preston, South Dakota.
Okay.
Jared was 360. Justin had 520.
Ooh, that's a little high.
Both of us were off.
What are they, like $3?
$3.
Now we know.
360 was even a little high, a little aggressive.
So that's a no win for either one, right?
No, it's
well,
closest.
I would say Jared
Yeah,
won.
You're right. I know.
He was a lot closer.
I'm keeping
closest
tallies.
Wins.
Just in case I'm keeping tallies.
JK 1 point, JF 0 points. All right, what's up next?
Well,
Do you guys want to predict that for next year?
Yeah, we got to
or
put
wait
that
till
for
the
next
end?
year. No,
Let's do
let's
it.
predict it right now.
Okay.
I'm going to say that we see some slight upward trajectory, but not much because overall depressed prices may continue in the commodity complex. So I am going to say $3.11.7. I think they're going to start going down to the 10th of a cent bid in Bancroft. That is a secondary prediction.
I'm going over. I'm going to go 305. Because I think it's going to land around 310.
Very close answers.
Okay.
We know how this works now. I just have to be closer.
Neither one of us see a big rally. Justin, you're not as bullish oats as you were last year maybe at this time.
I was last year. I didn't think there was a lot of oats on the market, and I thought there was going to be a big need. Prices were going to surge. Didn't happen. You know what? Actually, maybe kept that price at bay. There was a big oat yield in the upper Midwest.
Yeah.
They were phenomenal. Like
oats had a good year.
140 bushel yield in oats.
Yeah, oats weren't a bad crop this year.
Yeah.
It was all right.
Yeah.
Surprisingly, though, like if you look at this whole Farm Act thing, that if you followed the potential, I think it's still at play, but like maybe not going to happen, the $10 billion for top-up crop subsidies. Oats was predicted to have an $80 an acre payment based on shortfall. Corn was only at $51. So I don't know how they calculated those numbers, but apparently other people that raise oats in the country had massive losses.
Yeah.
Bigger than corn or soybeans. Okay.
It's hard to get a massive loss in an oat crop, isn't it? I mean, you just don't have a whole lot of inputs into it.
They include rent into that.
Yeah,
They include
okay.
land rent in that cost complex, but yeah, still, yeah. Okay, Grace, number 2.
All right, we had World Series predictions. Jared, you said the Texas Rangers, and you also said that their franchise will stay in Texas, which was right.
No
Making
points for
side
that.
predictions that are
And
pretty much a guarantee also count for points. So I'm going to give myself 2.
what Justin said was the person he can't name he plays for the team he also can't name. And I think he was trying to say Shohei Ohtani, which was right.
Shohei Ohtani. Yeah,
Yes.
that's who the
Plays
Dodgers
for the
won the World
Dodgers.
Series. That's a
Okay.
point for me.
That's a point for Justin.
But did I get a point or not?
No.
You're saying no. Okay, all right. I'm going to subtract 2 points because I. All right, 1 for Justin.
Do
101.
we need to predict the World Series next year?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go Yankees.
I'm going to say the Minnesota Twins. Make some people happy. I'm going to go with the Twins. Like we set me to
Okay.
root
I'm going for the win.
all 127 games this year. I'm going to tune in. Become a super fan.
Sounds good. Now on to FCS football. Jared said SDSU by 17 touchdowns. Justin said SDSU by 17 points. And SDSU did win 23-3. So,
By 20 points. Wow.
yeah.
I should have bet on sports last year.
Should have.
So I'd say you both
2
get
for
one.
2.
Now, given like that is a bit of an advantage, given the fact that you at this point when we do the podcast, it is down to 4 teams that
Yeah.
are still playing. It's like the odds are better.
You guys did
I
guess
would've-
on next year's too, but it hasn't happened yet.
Oh,
So like,
The one that's coming
2020.
up in like a few weeks.
oh,
okay.
and what did we say for that?
Well, we
You
should
both
give
said SDSU versus Montana State,
it's
which
likely,
could happen.
It's like there's a probably a 60% chance that happens, or 40
Yeah.
at least. Huh. Okay. I'm going to say that USD. I'm going to update my prediction. I'm going to say and root for an USD upset. I actually watched USD play Montana State at Montana State in 2000, the fall of 2007. One of the only other times that they've ever like matched up before the realignment. And I don't think USD won that time. So it's their turn. They will upset the Bobcats in Bozeman, advance to the national champion, play the SDSU Jackrabbits, and lose by 16 touchdowns in the national championship. So I'm going to go SDSU over USD. Updated prediction based on new information. I'm sticking with a large gap, though.
That would make me happy.
Justin,
SCSU.
who are they going to play?
I'll go with USD as well. Hope
Okay.
An All Dakota championship sounds fun.
We're all in.
Sounds even funner to just
We're
have
doing this
USD Kites make it and then lose.
Mm-hmm.
I agree.
I hope they lose so bad at halftime they don't even show back up at the second half of the game, and I hope they're crying. So, like, sorry for USD fans, but you know what I mean? Like, I don't hope they just lose by a lot of points. I hope that they forfeit at halftime and feel bad about it.
Second half running clock.
Yep.
Yeah,
They just run the
I like
clock
it.
out. They don't even want to play the field. Okay.
All right. Next question was, how many gallons of ice cream will Justin's family eat?
What did we guess?
Jared said 25 gallons. Justin said 18.
So I wrote down an answer to this. I wrote down 32.
Wow.
Point for me.
So Jared wins.
Point for me.
Were they all from Schwann's?
Yeah, up until like 2 months ago.
Not enough to keep him in business.
We tried our darndest.
I'll make a bold prediction for next year that Justin's family eats 0 gallons of Schwann's ice cream in 2025. Sorry, that's a bad inside joke. End
So I
of an
think
era. Schwann's truck no longer comes
No, she's
to
done.
farms.
I think we predicted airlines that go bankrupt last year. Good thing we didn't predict ice cream.
Yeah,
businesses
didn't
that
see
go
that one coming. And so for our out of network listeners, the Schwann's truck was an institution for generations in South Dakota, probably North Dakota, Minnesota, surrounding area. I don't know how far it went, but long before there was ever Uber Eats or Amazon Fresh, delivery to your home, there was the Schwann's truck that would come around every 2 weeks. You'd put an order in. They'd have some of the popular stuff on the truck and then other stuff you had to order in. You get the next time around, but you could order it and they would bring it and drop it off and you wrote a check. And like you knew the Schwann's man by name. Once in a while, you'd run over your dog or cat or something. Like it became a part of the family. Well, I mean, it's just one of those things that happens, right? Like the mail guy and the UPS guy or whatever. But that's not a thing. Apparently, that is not the way to do business in 2025. Apparently, instead, you do business by putting an online order in and then having a different truck, UPS or FedEx, drop that same types of food off. Is one of the most popular businesses and fastest growing businesses in the world. But the original idea of it is now defunct and doesn't work anymore. I feel like this is one of those things that makes a comeback, though. I predict if we're going to go out, like, I'm going to give a 10-year prediction. In 10 years, there is a new equivalent of Schwann's that does such thing that everybody really appreciates. Because it's kind of like ordering for Amazon Fresh or like Walmart delivery, but it just actually has food on there that you can get as well. So I think this makes a comeback. It's just going to take about 8 or 9 years off.
It seems like there could be a bit more of like a local presence of this. So you've got the national scene of the Uber Eats and stuff and the Amazons doing it. But what if it's more localized and that only focuses on like your local cafe and your local flower shop and things that only your small town has, but then they provide the delivery service for it. Maybe it's like a locker butcher system like that too, though. Well, we kind of have that. Remember, Omaha Steaks is still around, right? Yeah, they are. I think so. I mean, they have these. They do that where it's like, but it's not. I mean, it's just you put in your meat order and then
It
the
just comes in the
UPS send out to
mail.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm saying that someone takes it to another level where they actually have the food truck with the unsold food on it that you can do top up purchases while you're getting your order. I think that makes a
Mm-hmm.
comeback. I think
The only
people,
thing is you have to be home when they come.
It's just true.
yeah, no one's home anymore.
Hmm.
Yeah,
That
that
is a
part's
problem.
trickier. But when you just let them go into your deep freeze and deliver it, it works just fine.
Yeah.
And I think everybody's Schwann's driver has that comfortable level with them. And just go downstairs, open it up, put it on the top shelf.
They used to. Not
That's how
anymore.
ours work.
Yeah. I feel like now it's like the equivalent of when Netflix came out and Netflix completely disrupted cable, right? Because like, we can do a streaming service. We'll get a streaming service instead of cable. So instead of paying $70 a month, we're going to get a streaming service for $9 a month. Except now this services all cost like closer to $20 a month, and you need like 4 of them to have a moderately complete lineup of shows that are popular. So now you're back to like reassembling cable, which was already assembled for you in your
Yeah.
own way through 4 or 5 separate transactions. And now it's like someone should come out with the cable of streaming services so that you can just get one payment and get them all.
Do you remember when Netflix first started and you're actually receiving the physical DVD of the movie that you picked
Yep.
the week before?
In the mail.
And then you'd send in your picks, and then the next week they'd mail you the DVD to watch, and then you'd send it back.
Send it back. Yeah.
Funky.
Or do they still have the one where they exchange the DVDs at the like grocery store? Is that
Redbox?
Redbox? Yeah. Is that still a thing?
I don't know.
I don't either. Nobody knows.
I don't know if DVDs are a thing.
I don't think they are. It's true.
Yeah. What's next,
All right.
Grace?
Number 1 country music artist.
Oh, I think I knew who I predicted last year. And I think I was pretty close to right.
Jared,
Predict
I
Jack
don't
Bryan.
think so. You said Pony Bradshaw.
Okay. All right. Fine. I'm going to double down on Pony Bradshaw.
Yes.
It didn't happen this year, but next year it will be Pony Bradshaw.
Okay.
Almost
Justin
guarantee it.
said Zach Bryan.
Oh,
Was he?
yeah.
It was Morgan Wallen, Zach Bryan, number 2.
Morgan Wallen
Morgan
doesn't
Wallen.
count. Morgan Wallen doesn't count. Let's just
Why?
because he's not a real thing. He's not a real person. You know what I mean? Like he's like a AI chat generated like persona of a thing that cross-sects with popular culture in a way that I don't know sells
He's a
stuff.
little more like Luke Bryan and not enough
He's
like
more
Zach
pop
Bryan.
country.
He's
Yeah.
crap. It's a cross between country and rap.
Grace, who did you go to that you liked that you're like, oh, he sounds like 1995
Zach
country
Top.
music? Zach
Zach
Top.
Top. Zach
I
Top.
love Zach Top.
Zach Top's pretty good.
Hmm.
So is he your pick for #1 country music artist next year?
Yeah, I think
Zach Top?
he's gonna blow up.
Okay. I also think Red Clay Strays. I think Pony Bradshaw, Red Clay Strays.
But would you
My
say
second
Red Clay
choice.
Strays are country?
Yeah. Yeah.
Hmm.
They don't have a home. What are they? Like pop? They rock?
Yeah,
No.
true. They kind
I
of
don't
go
even know
all
if
over.
rock music even exists hardly. Like there's
Yeah.
like hard rock, but all the non hard rock and roll like non Machine Gun Kelly or whatever that is now basically country.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Overton
Ju-
window of country music is really wide, which means a large acceptable range of tones and subject matter, and instrument types.
I don't even think a lot of Zach Bryan is country.
No, I think so too. But if the Eagles, like the Eagles would be 1,000% a country band today, no question about it. Every song, every song.
Hmm.
Hotel California maybe is on the edge of that, but like every other song is a country song, and they would have been country back then if they would have been more accepting of a wider range. So I think there's a lot of things that are country that's a good thing.
Hmm. Justin, who's #1 on Pandora next year?
Morgan Wallen.
Really?
I just wanted to do it to make Jared mad.
How about Dan and Shay? Why not just like, oh, Dan and Shay, let's do that. Let's go there. Dan
I'm
and
just
Shay
trying to
do
win.
Dan and Shay do the
I don't
top
have to
40
like him.
country. The top 40 countdown is now Dan and Shay's deal, which is weird because they're also on the top 40 countdown and they're doing the countdown. That should not
Well,
be allowed.
That's probably why
so
they're
was
on
like
there.
Kix Brooks did it and he was on it, right?
At the time, like he had old stuff. He had a few new things. Okay, Pony 2025. I'm gonna get sure to
Pony
say
and
that.
Morgan and Zach Top. All right. Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce proposal / baby.
Oh yeah, this
Jared,
is funny.
Jared said they'll be engaged and pregnant by the end of the year, and it will launch a baby boom similar to post World War II.
Yep.
Justin
Could
said
still happen.
they will
next
be
year.
married, they'll be engaged and pregnant, but they'll be married by the time the child is born. But they won't be married by the time the child is born.
What's the status
Yeah.
on that, Grace? Did any of that happen?
Neither pregnant or engaged. Mm-mm.
You're not pregnant.
Oh. Okay. So
0 points.
population
Okay.
collapse is still a problem
Mm-hmm.
globally. Yes. Okay. I don't know if I should double down on that one or not.
I'm saying it's off.
But
Think
doesn't
they're
she have
breaking
a
up?
big
off
tour?
in March.
Doesn't she have a big tour that's wrapping up?
Mm-hmm. Eras tour is ending.
And then she have another tour, like beta tour or something like that
Nope.
next? Or okay, there's no
Mhm.
B sounding tour. It's not like a start of the alphabet. Okay, I think now's the time. I'm going to correct my earlier
To make a
statement.
baby?
Well, they're going to have more time to dedicate to this.
Oh, okay.
I don't think the Chiefs go as far in the playoffs. Maybe I don't know. I think they're going to have more time. Okay, I'm gonna double down and say that this does happen. Everything I said last year will happen this next year.
It was a
Justin?
great prediction. No, it's done. It's over in
Breakup?
March. Breakup.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Next we had gas prices.
Oh.
Jared said same as they were last year, which was around $2.40. Justin said $3.
Yeah, I think you're pretty close, Jared.
And I looked a few days ago and they were $2.43 in Brookings.
Yes.
Wow. Stellar.
Got it. Nailed it.
Mm-hmm. What's our score?
Oh, I stopped keeping
I
track.
think it's a tie. No, Jared took the lead with that one for sure. 2-1.
Yeah, we got there's too many wrong answers in a row. Stop tallying.
All right, corn prices. Justin said 440. Jared said 455.
There's a win.
AgWorks Brookings December 24 bids were 402.
Kind of an L for the corn farmers there. I think we were
I
kind of
guess
like
I didn't look at the cash bid. I looked at the
That's what we were predicting.
that's cash
Oh.
bid. Yeah, you're good.
Mhm.
Yeah. So was a little probably that was maybe a pessimistic view a year ago. Now it looks
Yeah.
very optimistic. I'm gonna say, and this is not a wish. Don't yell at me, but I'm gonna say next year, this exact time, 381.
I think that's high. I'll take the under of that and go 375.
Okay. Next we had flood, drought, or both. Justin said flood. Jared said early flood, later drought. And I
You
said
nailed it.
Jared was correct.
You spot on.
I got that. That describes
We
the
flooded
year.
in June and July, and we droughted out in August, September.
Yeah, I would have maybe said I predicted a slightly earlier flood than what we had. I was not expecting a June flood,
Yeah,
like an after planting flood. I was thinking more of like a spring flood, but I'll take it. That's a win.
that was a win for you.
It's a win. This is also a very unpopular take, but I am going to predict a drought followed by a drought. A first half drought, a second half drought in 2025.
I'm
Again,
gonna do the
not a wish
flip-flop
list.
of the flip-flop. Drought
Okay.
flood. I think we're starting dry. Feels dry. But things are gonna turn around at some point. So in the fall we're gonna start to get wet.
Okay. Price of an 80-pound feeder pig from the Menno livestock auction. Justin said 80 cents a pound. Jared said $1 a pound. And we could not find the actual prices, but Justin, you looked the national, and it was 65 cents a pound.
65 cents.
Is that
So
all?
Justin was closer, but
Might be stronger than that. Oh, that's okay.
So
We'll take it. We'll take it.
it was from the National Direct Feeder Pig Report.
65 cents a pound or $65 a head?
no, 65 cents a pound.
Huh. That's not much.
No.
That's cheap. Should buy some. That's really good. I am okay with that, but I am also sticking with a higher mark for next year. I'm going to say they're back to $1.
Okay.
Back to $1. I think that's
Yeah.
the one thing that we should always continue to predict here. Even if we stop doing the podcast, I think once a year we should get together and broadcast our prediction on feeder pig prices. We'll see. Okay.
All
I'll
right.
go with 85 cents.
Okay. A little bit higher.
A little bit higher.
Grace, are you writing these predictions down? Ours?
No, but I can
How are we ever
rewatch
going
this
to know?
recording.
Oh, it's right. We're recording. Nice. Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Number one rye cocktail mix sold at Melbourne.
Oh,
Do you guys remember your answers?
I'm gonna
I
say we
think-
said
I think I said All American. He
Melmaker?
said Melmaker.
You think what?
I think I said All American and Justin said Melmaker.
That was correct.
Okay.
And Justin was right. It was Mellowmaker.
What?
yeah by like 400,000 pounds. Not even close.
What?
So a lot of that mellow maker. Can't keep it on the shelf, Jared.
Really?
A hot combination of rye, radish, turnip, and rapeseed. Come on. Totally trumps the All-American.
I'm an All American guy.
You are an American guy.
Yeah, that's what we do. Okay, so what should we predict? What should we predict pounds of next year? Should we switch it up from rye cocktail to something else?
Yeah.
How close is the German-Japanese millet breakdown in a given year? Is it a bit too heavy German?
German.
It's always
Yeah,
German.
by a long. How about this?
Yeah.
The most popular new cover crop species.
Oh.
So we
Okay.
could say it was new within like maybe last year. It's coming new this year, and it's going to be the hot seller in
It's going to be the
2025.
hot one.
Yep.
I'm going to say buckwheat. It's not
That's
new.
not new at all.
Well, what new ones are there? Give me some options then. You deal with
Um,
this more than I do.
um, Fear in Greek, okra. I think winter camelina is still pretty new, but
Um,
might be a little old now. We could do new varieties too. Um, Spartan is a forage sorghum that's going to be new.
okay.
A BMR Brachytic dwarf.
I'm going to say, like, what's going to have a breakout year? Do we sell kohlrabi?
Kohlrabi. So
Do we
I
sell
don't
that?
think we do. We
Okay.
sell collards.
So if someone bought one 50-pound bag of kohlrabi, it'd be a breakout year.
It's it would be it
I could
would
probably
be
make
up
that happen
a lot of
depending on prices.
percentages.
I'm going to say mung beans. I'm going to say mung beans have a strong year.
You might be right about that.
That's
We're
my
putting
that's my
mung
answer.
beans. We put mung beans in a new mix. Optiharv has mung beans in it.
Okay.
So that alone might chew up like 10,000 pounds of mung beans.
All right, I pick mung beans.
That's a good choice. Good random choice.
Justin?
I'm gonna go with I'm gonna say, can I say safflower? Is that new? That's not
Yeah.
really that new. I'm
Well,
gonna say safflower.
I think we're going to compare on year growth, right? So it
Okay.
doesn't have to be new. It just has to have an explosive year, and so year over year growth.
Feels like a good safflower year.
I can't imagine what we were selling for safflower before this, but
Have you ever seen that flower? It's got spines on it.
no.
So if you want to put a flowering species in a grazing cover crop mix so that it doesn't get eaten, you put safflower in it because nothing's
Okay.
gonna touch those petals. It's
Hmm.
got thorns on it. Keep it safe.
Okay.
Yeah.
Safflower.
Sounds logical, right?
Okay.
All right.
Some bold predictions. All right, price of feeder calves October 1st.
Ooh,
So
October 1.
Justin said 265, Jared said 290.
Oh, Jared wins.
Yeah, I didn't look at the October price, but I looked recently and they were 282.
Snuck ahead of you there.
Hmm.
I'm going to go up the ante and go 301. 301.
Yeah, it's all $3. So, man, I'm gonna take the over then and go 305.
Okay.
What would we say for weights in that? 6 weight? 5.5? 5.5?
I don't know. You didn't say.
I mean, those could be 6 weights.
I'm going to say 6 weights. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
600 pounders, steers.
All right, presidential picks. Justin had two choices, Marco Rubio or Kamala Harris.
50% is pretty good there.
Neither one of those won. Although Kamala might get to be president yet because I'm not sure Biden can make it another month. He has a whole month to go.
True. He's made it
So
this far, though.
you might still win this.
Jared said the Vake.
Oh, okay. Well,
What's that?
Vivek Ramaswamy. Vivek Ramaswamy. He's
I didn't
I
the
know who it was either.
yeah. He's like him and Elon Musk are running the Doge, the Department of Government Efficiency.
Okay.
Yeah, like he primaried and then he stumped for Trump after he dropped out when Trump was in it.
Yeah.
Vivek.
Okay. Okay.
It's like yeah,
Huh.
JD Vance's buddy from
Okay.
college.
Huh. Cool.
Yeah.
All right.
So, no points for either of you.
I don't know. I think Vivek is pretty well, but Rubio is also going to go in the cabinet.
Yeah, he's on.
I think naming somebody that goes in the cabinet, I think we both get a point.
All right. I like that idea.
Neither one of us guessed Trump, though. Really?
Mm-mm.
Like that was.
Nope.
That would have been probably a safe pick.
But he wasn't. Was he? Had he been run? Yeah, he would have been.
I think
And
just
they would have
thought.
had some primary stuff already.
I think we just thought that we were going to shake things up a bit more and not go with the Biden Trump. Which, looking back, a lot of things did get shaken up throughout the political year. It was not a slow year for politics,
No.
but
We talked more politics in this year's podcast than we ever have.
a lot of stuff going on.
It was. It's kind of fun.
All right. Interest rates. Justin had 6.5%. Jared had 7.25%.
Ooh,
Ooh, I think Jared's right.
7.25.
More right.
We're talking about prime.
Yeah.
They're in the sevens still, aren't they?
Mm-hmm.
7.
I had 7.10.
Okay.
That was very close.
That's a point for.
I think 2 points for accuracy.
Oh.
Did you give me 2 points for that, Grace, or just one?
You're the one keeping score.
No, okay. I'm gonna have 3 points. 3 points. It's a tally for me. There we go.
It's got to. It's well, it doesn't got to, but it feels like they will come down. So I'm gonna go 6-6 for next year. I don't think it's gonna happen fast.
I think there's some real like manufacturing, kind of. I think we're kind of caught up on some stuff like the post-COVID boom from construction, building, manufacturing, vehicles, machinery. I think there's some real slowdown. I think they're gonna like let some stuff go even farther in interest. So I'm gonna say we have a full 1 point drop.
6.5?
6.25.
6.25. Okay.
All right. The over-under on 18 inches of rain in Brookings. Justin had the under. Jared had the over. And it was 25 inches. So
Jeez,
Under
Louise.
18 is low, Justin. That's really low.
Yeah, we should put it at like
dry.
22.
Yeah. Let's do. I think I would say 24 or 25 is probably average, isn't it?
I thought 21 was average for some reason.
I feel like I'm 21 here.
Okay. Yeah, it probably is 23-ish then.
Let's do 23 as the new over under. Little fair.
I want to take the under.
I'm gonna take the under Justin. Whatever Justin guesses, I'm under that.
okay. On 23.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But I'm under. Justin has to pick a number, and I'm gonna be under that.
10.
Change over. 11. So there's some dire predictions. We should not predict that. If that comes true, we have big problems.
You never know. All right, U.S. medal count in the 2024 Paris Olympics.
Was this gold or total medals?
Total medals.
Total medals. Boy, I actually have no idea what we would have picked.
Justin said 101. Jared said 125. And it was 126.
That's worth 2 points.
That one actually is. Yeah, I'd even give you a gold star next year. Points.
And the U.S. did have the highest.
Domination.
It's a given. It's a given.
It makes you feel so happy, like heart of pride when you hear your gold medal count and you had nothing to do with it, but you're like, yeah, go USA.
It's patriotic.
Yeah.
Pay taxes. Probably can. I mean, I'm sure some of that goes to that, doesn't it?
Well, there's no Olympics to predict next year.
It's a shame.
And the World Cup is not till the year after that, right? Or is the World
Well,
Cup?
the Winter Olympics would be 26.
And the World Cup is every 4 years too?
I have no idea.
I think it is.
Yeah.
Why do they only do that every 4 years? Everybody loves that thing. Huh. Seems like a long time to go without it. I predict there's no Olympics in 2025. They don't even have it.
Great prediction. All right, number one selling Novo alfalfa. Justin said the Stockman. Jared said common alfalfa.
I got this.
Disqualification.
I got this.
Can't.
According to Justin, it was Final Answer.
By a
Number 2
long
was
shot.
Survivor Plus.
What was his final answer?
Final answer.
Yeah, but what was your final answer though?
Stockman.
No, but like you said it was
Final
final
answer.
Oh, the alfalfa's named Final Answer. Got it. Thanks for picking up on that, everybody. Okay, Final Answer wins. All right, I'm gonna go with Survivor Plus. Feels like kind of a hardy,
That was number 2 this year.
rugged. Like we're gonna go more marginal acres this year. We're gonna, do that.
I'm going Final Answer.
Okay.
Little influx of sales over the border into Canada. They got Final Answer in their lineup, and their original Fall Dormant 4 that they usually have, they don't have enough of, so that's going to pull some inventory of Final Answer. It's going to be Final Answer.
Total Roots and Ruminants downloads on the year.
Ooh.
Did we hit 1 million? I think we just hit it, right? 1 million?
This year.
Yeah.
No.
What?
1 billion?
Hit 1 million?
Yeah. Justin said 60,000. Jared said 42,000.
It seems shockingly low.
You both were wrong. It was only 30,000.
Oh.
What the hell? Are people listening to this thing?
What are we even doing this for? I'm just kidding. It's not a small amount. Like a download is like I listened to the podcast, right? Pretty much.
Yeah, I don't think that's counting YouTube.
That's
Not
why.
counting the number one viewed website.
Everybody
on the
listens
internet.
to this on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, okay, that makes sense. So that's just like people that mail in like paper forms to get a cassette tape of the podcast mailed to them, not counting internet sales.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. That's why.
That seems like a lot of cassette tapes, so it's okay.
Next year, let's add in the internet downloads to that tally to see what it is.
Can we make that available if people can't access the internet, that they can mail us at the office to get a cassette tape of the podcast?
Yeah, we can burn it on the CD too.
Okay. You might regret that, but we're going to make that available for people that don't have access to the internet to be a part of the podcast anyway.
But for some reason, they still have a cassette player just lying around.
We have this like backwoods farmer magazine that we get, and it's the coolest thing because it's still got like the old clip out things in the back where you can like order stuff from people with like a mailing address, you know? It's pretty neat.
I actually don't know.
Yeah, like in the back of the catalog, it's just like this like really low budget like newspaper thing, and it's got great recipes, and it'll be like how to butcher a rabbit, you know, or like how to trap fish in a pond, like really practical stuff. It comes out quarterly, and it's Backwoods is what it's called. Yeah. Anyway, it's really neat. But in the back, it's like, hey, would you like some person would be like, I wrote a series of 16 books on how to like trap in the Northwoods, and my books are available for $15 a piece. Like, please cut this out and mail it to this address and check the boxes and include a check or cash in the envelope, and I'll mail you like books.
That's awesome.
It is awesome. So I feel like in next year's Millborn catalog, we should have like a cutout that if you'd like to receive cassette tapes, if you'd like to order cassette tapes of the Roots and Remnant podcasts,
fold on this dotted line,
quarterly basis,
write in your information.
Yep.
I'll make it happen.
Counting on you. Sounds good.
Okay. CMA's Entertainer of the Year. Justin, I'm not sure where you're going with this, but you said Travis Kelce. Jared
He might have won.
Sturgill Simpson.
Sturgill, right? Did he win this time? No.
He did not. It was, again, Morgan Wallen.
Oh my gosh, I knew you were going to say it.
That guy's got something going, Jared.
He's got something, all right.
Yep. I'm going to go with
Here we go.
Lainey Wilson this year.
That's a good answer.
I'm gonna say. Oh, I'm gonna give a real answer here. I'm gonna say that it's Cody Johnson.
I think that was what I would have said too.
Huh.
That's got a possibility of winning. I was gonna say Wyatt Flores, but I don't think he's gonna win. Or Jason Isbell. Guys probably aren't gonna win.
All right, that's all of our predictions from last year. So now we have just new predictions for next year.
Okay.
You guys ready?
Yes.
Number of prevent plant acres in 2025.
Nationwide.
Yep.
I'm going to 4.2 million acres.
I'm gonna go low. I'm gonna go 1.2. I'm gonna go low.
Very different answers.
Well, I'm all in the drought prediction, so I'm either gonna be way right or way wrong.
All right. High price at the Fort Pierre livestock auction for bred heifers. December 1st.
So I looked at the price of the last week's sale report from Fort Pierre for bred cow sale. Here, I got it pulled up. 50 white faced cows, 2-year-olds, weighing 1140, brought 35.50 a head.
It's a good price.
That's a good price.
There was a couple sets that brought 3,800 in Aberdeen a few weeks ago that everybody's been talking about, but I don't know if it was such a one-off. Everybody's pricing their private treated bred heifers based on that, but
Yeah. So you're saying they're going to be 4,000 next year?
there will be a set of bred heifers that brings 4,000. But we said top? We
Yeah.
said top.
Yep. Highest
Okay.
price.
I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do 4,000.00.
I'm going to say 39. Holy Toledo. 39.
Okay. Stock price of John Deere at the end of 2025.
It is what today?
432.
$432 a share.
Yes.
So year over year, John Deere stock price, I'm going to say 8% decline. So 400. 399.
I think it can be even lower, so I'll go 350.
Just for the record, 8% lower than 432 is not exactly that, but it's pretty close. 399. Final answer.
Okay. Farm bill completion date.
Not this year, not next year. I mean,
You don't think we do another one? You don't think we have a farm bill this next year?
no.
I think we do. It might not be done by the time we do our podcast next year for results, but I'm guessing it's going to be close. I'm going to guess that we actually do a farm bill next year, but it is going to be down to the wire. So I'm going to say December 19th.
2026.
Okay. Will we get to the bottom of the drone mysteries?
So I say we do not, but I think we maybe understand what the drones are looking for. But
Do you know what they're looking for, Jared?
I'm kind of the theory that they're probably doing like gamma ray detection, like for radioactive material. I don't know if it's for weapons or for UFOs, but I think the drones are government deployed. They're searching for something.
U.S. government?
Yeah. It's really hard to deploy drones. Like drones have such a crappy battery life that you almost got to be really local to do them. I think we were looking for something that was going on. There was something going on, and we were trying to figure out where it was coming from or detect it.
Huh.
And that's why all the drones were around.
Remember when the drones were around your place that one time, that summer of COVID?
Yeah.
That
I
was
think
a
we've been in
thing
our
for a
house
while
for
too.
1 week, and that fixed wing drone came over really low over our house,
Yep.
like super low, like a
Yeah.
big fixed wing drone
Yep.
while we were sitting in the backyard.
That was odd.
Did you find out why?
There's not like a hotline to call. You know what I mean? Be nice if there was, but uh, no. Like once it flies by, there's not much figuring out what the heck was going on. That was strange.
Yeah, it was.
It was very strange.
Justin, prediction?
I don't know. I don't think we really I don't think we get a clear answer actually. I think there's going to be just enough time where Trump doesn't get to say between his inauguration time and it kind of cools down by then. If he was president right now, I think it'd come out, but I think it's going to fizzle away and we never really know.
According to Trump, the military knows. I saw him say that in a video.
Well, they know.
They know.
They know. But we do not.
Okay, what country or goods will have the most tariffs imposed by the US?
Oh, China.
Yeah, you think
Easily.
so?
Well, we just buy so many goods from them. So by default,
Are you talking about gross amount or percentage on a product? I
gross
think that
amount.
most tariffs are going to be targeted towards certain products from certain countries. I'm going to say that Trump picks a fight with the EU over not contributing up to NATO and puts a substantial tariff on fashion and wine from France.
That's enough. He's putting his fist down. The
Okay,
wine industry is doomed.
Mm-hmm.
next one's a good one. Date P. Diddy goes to jail.
Right away, straight to jail. January 1. No, I'm just kidding. I don't think he has a trial coming up, right?
Does he?
I think there is a trial
I
on
think
this.
so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to say that he has an accident before he goes to jail, but that accident happens somewhere around July.
So he doesn't actually ever go to jail.
No, because then he would be in custody and then
Yeah.
he could name names.
Yeah, you're probably all too right with that.
Like a fake your
It's
own
a
death scenario.
dirty, dark world.
Yep.
I could see it.
Justin.
Well, you heard it here first on Ritz and Ruminants. Sean P. Diddy Combs, axed in June of 2025.
You saying June?
Is that
You said June. June 4th.
June 4th, okay. We're looking at your calendar just to see like what the days of the week were.
No.
Okay.
all right? Value of the global beef tallow market,
This is
and
pertinent.
it's predicted to be so nine. It was 9.1 billion in 2023, expected to grow by 16.4 billion by 2033. So what do we think next year?
There is an existing prediction out there that the beef tallow market's going to grow by 70%. That's awesome.
Yep.
Cool.
In
I'm gonna
10
say-
years.
Yeah, in 10 years.
I'm going to say we fast track that and we go to 12 billion next year. Global beef tallow market. That's a higher number than I would have guessed.
Yeah,
Which is great.
that is a lot of money. I'll go under 11.2.
Okay. Sioux Falls regional livestock price of 130-pound wool lamb.
Ooh. A feeder lamb, you're saying? A
No,
feeder lamb?
130. It's like a finished lamb.
That's not no one's finishing them to 130. They go back on feed. They just tell you that they're buying fats. They go back on feed. No one's butchering a 130-pound wool lamb. Shorn or unshorn?
April 1st, unshorn.
April 1st, 20. Oh, so this is an early prediction. We're going to know the outcome of this one soon. April 1st, unshorn wool lamb. That's a heavy weight. There's not going to be many traded at that. It's going to be a thinly traded market at that weight that time of year, isn't it?
I don't know. Yeah.
Okay,
I mean,
that's fine. We can trade we can breed it to thin market. That's fine. That's fine. I'm going to say 201.
oh, you were so low.
What?
I'm going 225.
225. You do remember just a few years ago we were selling these things for 72 cents a pound, right?
That was COVID.
Well, and that one other time too, in 12, 13.
Yeah.
Next question. Number one selling perennial cool season forage.
Perennial cool season forage. So we're talking orchard grass, fescue,
Alfalfa.
timothy. Grass.
Alfalfa. I
Did you say
win.
grass?
Grass. Forage
Oh.
grass.
Oh, okay.
Grass. Tall wheatgrass?
Mm.
Pounds, man. I think we sell a lot of that. Oh, Western wheat. I wonder which one.
I don't think there's enough supply. I'm gonna say orchard
Smooth
grass.
brome.
Orchard grass and smooth brome.
Yep.
Okay. Will mullets or mustaches be more popular?
I think mustaches. How do we prove this? Just by what we're wearing on our faces next
We
year?
could do an office poll. How many
We'll
mullets or
keep track
mustaches
of
you see?
customers that walk in to the rental office.
Facial scans. Okay.
Oh, it's got to be stashes.
Yeah.
I'm
gonna
gonna say the mullet mustache combo.
You can go both.
Mm-hmm.
Option C. Okay. Okay.
I think it's making a comeback.
You are a guy if you've got the combo.
A real man's man.
Oh yeah. All right, last question. Will TikTok get banned?
Yes.
Yeah, I kind of think so too.
I hope so.
I disagree.
I think Trump, yeah, I think he's all about it.
I think
think
it's going
it's
to get
Stan.
banned. It's Stan?
Mm-hmm.
I bet
think
it gets banned and then Trump comes out with his own version of TikTok like he did with Truth Social.
I could see it being bought.
Yeah. And then spun off.
Mm-hmm. Or like it becomes bought and then it's allowed to stay because it's bought by a U.S. company.
Could be.
That'd be fair. Hope they rename it Tic Tac. Hope the Tic Tac company, the company that makes Tic Tacs,
Yeah, they
buys
need
it
to come back.
for like $50 billion and been like, this is how we're going to get people to buy weird
The
little
small
breath
little
mints. Yeah.
Or the
On
small little
TikTok.
orange mints, which aren't really mints, but they taste delicious because they're fruity.
Sugar pills.
On TikTok, I saw that Trump has a soft spot for the app because of his son, Barron.
Ooh.
Barron's gonna keep TikTok alive, huh?
Barron has been trending on TikTok for a while.
I didn't know this.
You
This is
guys
new
probably wouldn't know
information.
that.
I have no idea about any of the things that you talked about just there. I had no idea. So now it makes me rethink. Now I feel like Elon Musk buys it and then gives it to Barron Trump as a gift. That could happen.
Could happen.
Good. Is that your final
Uncle,
answer?
That's
Uncle
my final
Elon.
answer. It's a very specific, unlikely answer, but yes, that's my final answer.
Justin, what's your final answer?
I think it's doomed
You're going banned,
to
okay.
getting banned.
I feel like I'm shooting myself in the foot here by giving very, very specific, unlikely scenarios to
But they're worth
yes or
2
no
points.
questions. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Anytime I get one right,
So if it
because of the
stays, it's 1
specificity.
point.
Okay.
If Elon gives it to Barron as a gift, that's 2 points.
Or 5.
Extra points. Unlimited points for over specificity. Okay. We got
That's
through
the
all questions.
predictions?
That's it.
Yeah. Unless you
Okay.
guys have any off the top of your head. That's all I had.
I think we're going to have plenty of surprises in 2025. I would hate to think of any more very specific predictions. Like, if you were like, can you imagine last year being like, I predict that RFK Jr. is going to run the Department of Health and Human Services. Like, that'd been like, no,
And support Trump.
that's not going to do that. Like, Tulsi Gabbard's going to move from being on the watch list and investigated by the FBI to then running the Department of National Intelligence. I'd be like, no, that can't happen. Would never happen. It's happening.
It's happening.
Well, we thank all of our listeners from 2024, 2023, 2022. Did we do this in 2021? I think we might have done a little bit in 2021.
Yeah, I think maybe that's when we started.
Yeah. Over the past few years, we wish you all a merry and prosperous 2025, and we'll talk with you next year.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
And to all, good night.
See you, Jared. Grace.
See you, Justin and Grace.
Bye.
Bye.
Well, we hope you enjoyed another episode of the Roots and Ruminants podcast. Let us know what you thought of it. You can follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, all those social media things. And, if you ever have any questions, just give us a call. We've got a toll-free number here at 888-498-7333. Be glad to hear from you. Thank you.